just to invite you all to get comfortable, get centered. Just close your eyes. And if you're lying down, you may just completely relax. If you're sitting, you might want to have your feet sort of flat on the floor and just be comfortable and centered. And just start to breathe in light. And first of all, I invite you to breathe in the quality of white light, pure white light, as we anchor in what we call the diamond flame, the ascension flame. And just feel that beautiful, like a column of fire coming around you. And we're inviting in this is Archangel Ariel coming in, who is very connected to Leo because she is the lioness of God. And I'm seeing her as this white light, sort of angelic being with a leonine face. She looks very leonine. Coming around us all now in a group, in a circle, are the beautiful white ray beings from Sirius. Beautiful, pure white ray beings. Very, very tall, light celestial beings. And just breathing in light, and just let yourself feel held in these energies. These are your support teams, your supporting guides coming in. And as you breathe in the white light, just focus on the energy of the word peace. Just let it calm your soul, soothe your soul. And as I focus on this white light, sort of around the edges of this white light, I'm starting to see a crimson, orange and golden fire coming in. It's like flames just licking at the edges of this pillar of light around each of us, these flames. And these flames feel very, like when you see an angry, raging fire, but it doesn't feel, it's not an anger that feels negative. It actually feels like a passion, a fire of passion. And it ranges in color from like a really deep ruby, magenta red through to this vibrant orange. And then at the inner edge towards the white, it's starting to be all gold and sparkly. And that feels like that's the Christ light coming in. So coming around us now, we have the energies of Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, both coming in carrying this flame in their hands. And they're coming in and they're giving each of us an activation of this flame in our hearts. So this beautiful, and they're saying it's the flame of the Sacred Heart. And this energy is really passionate. It's like they want us to feel passionate about our lives and our purpose and our mission, and passionate about being here on this earth plane, and passionate about everything that we do, even the mundane things, like to live our lives with gusto and to return to that feeling of being driven by something and thing that is greater than us, this power that moves through us, this power that we can harness for good, for ourselves first and foremost, and for all the world. And this is a kind of a feeling of determination. It's garnering all of our will and our strength, but through love energy, through passionate love energy. And this determination is kind of what spurs us on. So in those moments when we feel like we're going weak in the knees with anguish or sadness, it's that drive that is giving us the will to rise up again and say, actually, you know what? It's not going to beat me. I've got this. I've got this. I can do this. I can carry my head high. I can carry myself forward. I will not doubt myself. And what they're showing me is there's this collective sort of, it's like a fog, but it's simultaneously like a web or a net that is kind of spread across the earth. It's like a big dark kind of cloud, but if I zoom in on it, it looks like a fly screen. It's interwoven and intermeshed. And it's like all of our collective doubt. and all of our collective self-doubt. And it's sort of this self-permeating thing. So a lot of the doubts that we feel within ourselves actually aren't our own. It's like we've just got caught in this web. It's like we've stumbled into a collective consciousness thing, and it's a habitual thing, and it's just absorbed into us. And so we've begun to doubt ourselves, even when it's not our natural state of being. And, you know, anyone can get caught in this web because it's sort of planet-wide. But what they're showing me is that this web is actually coming down, and I'm seeing sort of like the hole in the ozone layer, these huge big holes and gaps where these huge lights are pouring through, like flashlights, like those big, you know, the big Batman light that's shining up into the sky. It's like that. These huge lights just shining up, and they're shining up from individuals on the planet who have overcome this self-doubt, or who, even if they still have the self-doubt, they're working through it. They're doing it anyway. They're following their purpose and their passion, and they're not going to be held back. And these lights are shining up from these hearts. And what I'm being shown is in this moment that each of us is one of these huge lights, these flashlights. And we're now really connecting with our heart power and with our belief, and with, as Krisha said, that energy of trust. And the more that we trust, the more that we're shining a big light up onto that foggy web thing and putting a hole in it and helping to dissolve and transmute and transform the collective consciousness. Each person feeds into a bigger collective consciousness. We are all connected. And the more love that we can gift to ourselves, which is really what they're saying, it's love yourself first, believe in yourself, put your needs first, and you are helping everybody else, because the more fulfilled you are and the more you can follow your guidance, your passion, your love, your heart, the more you are helping to bring down that collective thing. So you're actually punching holes in it by punching holes in your own self-doubt. It's not necessarily about going out and physically having to do the work, though if that's your calling, then that's obviously go and do that, because it helps. But make sure, which a lot of us are guilty of, make sure that you're not putting somebody else's needs above your own. You know, there is genuine kindness. There is a time when that's called for. But if it's really to your own detriment, you have to feel into every situation and use your discernment to decide whether, am I being asked to genuinely step in here and offer a kindness to someone, or is someone trying to take my energy? And this is tough, because as empaths and healers and people on this path, we care, we really deeply care. The last thing we want to do is hurt somebody. But actually, if we're not being kind to ourselves, we're hurting ourselves, and that does that person a disservice, because they probably wouldn't want us to hurt ourselves to assist them. So it is really about walking this fine line, but going within, connecting with your heart and listening to your heart. Where does this compass of your passion guide you? Are you doing something out of obligation? Is there something that maybe you were once excited about doing and now it's sort of lost its just lost its appeal? You do what you've always done just because you've always done it. So is the flame of your passion, this compass within your heart, guiding you in a new direction? And what is that new direction? So as the beings of light now gather around us, I'm starting to be aware of a much, much vaster group of beings. And so I have still this white column, and then I have this orange, magenta, red, really ruby red, golden, sparkling, blazing ring of fire around us. And then it sort of starts to get into this almost aubergine, dark, purpley, midnighty blue at the outer edges. And it's like this velvety, aubergine colour is kind of coming in to embrace us. And it's interesting because even though it's a dark colour, it does not feel negative. It feels like a very high vibration, potent, protective yet magical, transformative energy. And I feel like it's a part of the spectrum of the violet flame, but really deep and rich, and around the edges is like this ultraviolet glow. And it's sort of coming in here like a wave of energy, like a wave of frequency. And there are these huge beings coming in, and I think I've seen these guys before. So I feel there may be a message coming through, so I'm just going to tune in and see what they have to say. They're calling us wee ones. I've heard little ones before, but wee ones is new, and it's not to do with us being lesser than them. It's more to do with our stature, because they really are huge. We ones of earth, we come among you. We are the Akkadians. We have come from far, far away in another universe, another system. Another set of laws governs our world, and we have come to assist in this great undertaking, this great transformation that you have each volunteered for. We are 2 volunteers. We came to the earth in the very early days of your civilizations. We offered information, technology, assistance, support. And we helped you then as we wish to help you now. Language, sound, writing, mathematics, frequency, energy. We helped you to decipher much of what your world had to offer. Many of you are being influenced by us again now. Many of you worked with us in those days of old and have agreed to work with us again. We come with a message of new technologies opening up across your planet. You will find your technology evolving at a very rapid rate now, and many of you will be already aware of these new technologies. You may be working with them. Understand that spiritual energy is a technology. We are communicating with you via a frequency, a technology now. Your energy fields access spiritual energy. This too is technology. Everything is mathematics. There is no separation between what you would call spiritual awakening and new scientific thought. These worlds are bridging. Once upon a time, they were not separate. And it is a great farce on this planet that for so long, so many have thought as much. What you see and feel in your physical reality is just outer evidence. Your world of evidence, your gathering of evidence, is expanding beyond the need for physical, tangible proof that a thing is in existence or can be accessed. In fact, your energy bodies are becoming so highly sensitive and attuned that energy now is becoming tangible to many of you. This one channeling knows of what we speak. She experiences it regularly. It can begin with the sensation of a hand brushing your cheek, or you may feel energy surge through your body like electricity, for that is what it is. Much has been deliberately hidden from you, children of Earth. Many of your governments know of the knowledge of which we speak, and yet have kept it hidden, restricted. In truth, they are afraid. They fear anarchy. If free energy got into the hands of the many, where would money be made? Free energy is readily available to all of you. And this technology is being developed by many individuals throughout your planet. And we will say that many of them are not scientists, as you would call them. We call these people alchemists. The alchemists have returned to Earth. The alchemists are here and they are awakening, and they are developing rapidly. You may find that you number among these alchemists. You may feel drawn to symbols, numbers, frequencies, energies, sound, vibration. You may find you have suddenly developed an interest in science now that it talks about a multiverse. Children of light have deep memories indeed. Their memories go back into antiquity and beyond. Feel the energy we bring now to your hearts. Many of you may feel a sensation of heaviness around the heart. We are moving through the caverns and the chambers of your heart, for this is like an electrical substation within your body. You are human circuit boards. You create and circulate electricity. You put out frequency. You are human batteries. Free energy is available to all of you. And this time is now. Think you are not powerful? Think of yourself as a conductor of pure power, in fact. In your conversation, you discussed storms. Storms have come over your planet in the locations where some of you reside now. Take note of these storms, for a storm is brewing within each of you. Enlightenment does not need to take a lifetime. It can happen in an instant. Electricity is coursing through your energy field. Feel how potent, how powerful this electricity, this current is, for it is divine. The color ray we travel on is like that of your densest storm clouds. We have come to bring a storm. Do not fear the storm, for it brings a pressure, and after that pressure is a great cleansing of energy, a great clearing, and a fresh opportunity. Feel your energy field, feel this power, feel how it is potent and yet contained. You are as lightning rods. Many of you will remember your ancient knowledge, for it has been brought through many. Many awakened hearts, all doing their part to remember and reactivate the divine blueprint for this planet. And that is human evolution, for a new civilization is being born, is being birthed. This is a dawn of a new time. We and many others are watching with great excitement. What future would you see for this planet? What future would you want? We invite you to visualize exactly the kind of future you would hope to see. Do not get caught up in fear. Rather, open your hearts to hope and trust and faith. For you are not bystanders. In every second, you are creating the world you want to live in, and you are the future of this reality. You are the doorway to the new human evolution. Rise in stature among yourselves, for yourselves, believe in yourselves. We called you wee ones. We wanted to see your reaction, for you are not wee at all. You are mighty. You are limitless, and your potential astounds us. We come with a message as a collective, accelerated your ascension journey. From a linear perspective, the quickening has quickened. In truth, all has already come to pass. Ponder on that and let your brain expand more. You may dream of us tonight, for we will keep watch. If you are experiencing electrical faults, we apologize. It takes a lot for us to align with your rather archaic technology. We hope you understand. We are stepping back, though you may feel this energy around you for some time yet. For really, it is not our energy you feel, but your own pure power coursing through your body. If you could conduct pure energy from infinity down through your body into the earth, what frequency would you choose to draw through you? For you are offered that opportunity now. Would it be a frequency of love, of peace, of beauty, of harmony, of all of the above? Think carefully and do not misuse this quality. For those who have done so in the past have paid dearly. Your heart is a vessel of love. Use your heart in the way it was designed. We love you. You are the hope of humanity. Believe it, trust it, hold faith. Do not be afraid, for the time is now. The doorway has opened. The dawn is here. Sweet ones of earth, we depart. We are the Akkadians, and we come in peace. Wow. So that was quite intense and also kind of awesome, if I'm honest. So I'm still feeling quite a lot of energy coming through my body, and I'm sure you guys are too. So we're just going to take our time and just come back really, really, really slowly and gently. And as you just become aware of that beautiful, deep, kind of stormy, purpley violet energy around you, just feel the white light coming down through it like sunlight parting clouds. And just let the diamond light come in and very gently dissolve around you that really deep purple ray. And as you breathe it in, just let your energy start to feel lighter. And just let that energy sending your intention to conduct love or whatever quality it was that you needed to conduct into the earth. I got really strong harmony energy, harmonization energy. And each of us do hold like many qualities, but there may be one quality of your divinity that you are here to bring to the earth. So you might find that you're a giver of joy, or someone who's here to bring beauty, or these are kind of the high Elohim qualities, grace, faith, hope, etc. And many of us are just aligned to that energy, and you might find that even your star sign kind of brings it through. I always get told I'm a harmonizer and I'm a Libran and I'm always trying to mediate, so you probably find that you do have like these core qualities that are kind of a part of your pure soul essence. So just bringing through those energies and then bringing through just this beautiful yellow light. I've got Archangel Jophiel coming in, bringing in the energy of joy, but it's a very effervescent light joy. She's like this angel's coming in just to lighten their mood a little bit. That was amazing, but quite intense and a little bit heavy. So just lightening up this energy. And then we're flanked by Magdalene and Yeshua and the Syrians who have come. It's like they'd come to hold the space. And I'm just seeing the Syrians very gently release and lift off, just opening that circle. And we're each being gifted with a red and a white flame. And the red flame is going into our right hand, and the white flame is going into our left hand. And we're being asked to bring these two together. And it's like, bring your peace together with your passion. Bring your purity together with your action. Bring these two polarities together and use them in conjunction. Because sometimes if we are trying too hard to keep the peace, we can find that we are disempowering ourselves by not asserting ourselves. And sometimes if we go too far into our anger, we're not keeping the peace, or we might end up being inadvertently mean. So we want to come in balance, and when we need to be assertive and take action, to be able to do so with love and with peace in our hearts, and again with trust that we will be received in exactly the way we are intending to be received. So there's no room, there's no space for miscommunication or misconception. And then feeling those two flames just mixing and turning into a beautiful, deep pink, almost kind of bubblegum pink, rose quartzy kind of flame in the heart, and turning into a really beautiful flame of compassion. And gifting that to yourself, having absolute compassion for yourself. And it's sort of turning a rosy violet colour now. Feel it spreading through all the chambers of your heart. Anywhere you're holding judgment or unforgiveness towards yourself, just really resting in compassion and knowing that you're doing the best that you can, and so is every other human being. And then we just want to send a beam of that pink violet light right out across the whole planet, around to everybody and everything, and just trusting that everyone is doing the best that they can. And it's interesting because there's a lot of stuff around on the internet, obviously, about the governments and not having our highest and best interests at heart, and there's businesses keeping secrets and all of that stuff. And there is obviously a lot of conspiracy stuff going on. But with that message, they said, they're in their fear thinking. So they too need compassion, because it's like in the paradigm that they're holding up in the place in consciousness where they're coming from fear. So they're afraid there'll be anarchy and they won't be able to control the masses. But they're not going to be able to, because the masses are waking up. So let's hold compassion for those people that are trying to hold it all together, think they're holding it all together, and send light into their hearts that they too may wake up and see the bigger picture. And just see everything playing out exactly as it needs to. And there are old structures coming down. There are things being dismantled to make new. And finding in 2019, there's a lot of shedding going on, so you might feel compelled to clean out your house or give stuff away or step back from certain responsibilities. Just let yourself do what your passion wants you to do, to follow that heart. And just finally breathing in that white light again, and really coming into your heart, and just set the intention now that as you open your eyes, you're bringing all this beautiful gift of energy and love and vibration and truth and trust right back into your daily waking life. And just, gaze around the room that you're in and see if you can feel a change in the light or the energy around you. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel completely grounded after that. I feel so grounded. And even though it felt really expansive, I feel kind of contained, like I am a rod of electricity, or a conducting rod of some kind. So it feels very strengthening. When those beings came in, they just felt so gigantic, just gigantic and otherworldly, and really, really amazing. But if I tune into how I was feeling before they came in, all my anger and irritation is gone, and now I know it was them that screwed with the internet. So cheeky buggers. So that explains quite a lot. Anyway, so it's now 10 o'clock. Wow, I didn't expect that to go for quite that long. I did kind of take up a lot of your time tonight. So just before we go, I just want you to allow a beautiful indigo cloak, beautiful indigo light or cloak to surround you, and just to seal your energy fields. And I'm just going to, I'm just seeing that is surrounded in a beautiful golden light, a bit like the silver lining around a cloud, but a golden, brilliant, sparkling light, which looks a bit like, you know, the light that a sparkler gives off going around the edge of your energy fields. So just sealing you in. And again, it's that, I'm being told it's Metatron, Michael being the indigo, and then Metatron coming in around the outside. And of course, with our message about power and electricity, Metatron is known as the divine electron, and also the angel that represents all the sacred geometry. So there's the angel of mathematics, and it is the laws of our universe. So it's kind of coming into that divine alignment with everything, and knowing that there is a pattern. Everything's perfect as it is. Everything's playing out exactly as it should. So with that in mind, we can just relax and trust that everything is taken care of. And I hope that you are all feeling good after that. I would love to hear your feedback. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will be back here again as and when I'm called. Again, I'm not kind of setting dates unless I've kind of get the urge. So I'm not kind of doing them on a regular date. It's just as and when I feel it's needed, and as and when I kind of get the nudge to get on and channel. Just from my heart to yours, I love doing this. I just want to do it in service to the planet. It's part of my calling, and yeah, I know that it helps me. So if it helps me, I hope that it helps you. So everyone, so much love. Remember how powerful you are, and I will speak to you again soon. Have a wonderful evening.